One bright morning in Neverland, Peter Pan and the Lost Boys were playing by the sparkling lagoon when Peter spotted something unusual, a weathered old map caught in the reeds. Curious, he snatched it up and unfolded it in the air. "Look at this, everyone!" Peter exclaimed, his eyes twinkling with excitement. "It's a treasure map!" The map was filled with cryptic symbols and winding paths that led to a hidden spot deep within Neverland. The Lost Boys gathered around, their eyes wide with anticipation. "What kind of treasure do you think it is?" asked Slightly, the youngest Lost Boy. "Only one way to find out," Peter said with a grin. "We're going on an adventure." But as Peter and the Lost Boys set off, they weren't the only ones interested in the treasure. From his ship anchored near Skull Rock, Captain Hook peered through his spyglass. "A treasure, you say?" Hook muttered, a sly smile spreading across his face. "That treasure will be mine." Peter led the way through the lush jungles, past mermaid lagoons, and over towering mountains. The map's paths were tricky, full of hidden dangers and clever traps. But Peter, with his quick thinking and fearless heart, guided the Lost Boys safely through every obstacle. Finally, they reached the spot marked with an X on the map, a clearing surrounded by ancient, twisted trees. In the center of the clearing was an old stone chest, covered in moss and vines. Peter hovered over it, excitement buzzing in the air. "This is it!" he declared, pulling out his dagger to pry open the chest. But just as he was about to lift the lid, a shadow fell over them. "Not so fast, Peter Pan!" bellowed Captain Hook, stepping into the clearing with his crew of pirates. "That treasure belongs to me." The Lost Boys stood their ground, but Peter wasn't worried. With a twinkle in his eye, he said, "We'll see about that, Hook." A wild chase ensued, with Peter darting through the trees, leading Hook on a merry dance. The Lost Boys, using their cleverness and the tricks they'd learned from Peter, managed to distract the pirates long enough for Peter to double back to the chest. He quickly opened it, expecting to find gold or jewels. But inside was something even more precious, a simple, glowing orb of light. Peter recognized it immediately. "It's the heart of Neverland," he whispered. "This is what keeps our island full of magic and wonder." Peter lifted the orb, and as he did, the entire island seemed to sparkle with new life. The trees swayed with joy, the lagoon shimmered with color, and the air was filled with the music of Neverland's magic. Realizing that the treasure wasn't something they could take, Hook and his pirates retreated, grumbling. Peter and the Lost Boys celebrated, knowing that they had protected the very heart of their beloved Neverland. As they flew back to their hideout, Peter looked at the Lost Boys and said, "The real treasure was the adventure we had together. Neverland's magic will always be safe as long as we believe in it." And with that, they soared into the sky, ready for their next adventure.